Hey everybody, welcome to another...
What's going on, everybody? Woo! Today has been a weird day. Welcome back to the show. Jacob Wolfman here, and we're going to get started again with the show. The show technically was supposed to start a half hour ago, but Facebook has been having some really interesting hiccups. But it looks like that I was able to get over all of the problems on Facebook, and it looks like we got our show started again. Today we're talking about social media strategy, ironically, on a website that has problems with social media. Go figure. So if you guys are retuning in, I know we all just jump shipped onto a new live stream. Say what up for me. Tell me how you doing. Tell me what you're having for lunch. Hit the floating thumbs up. Hit the share buttons. Let's rock and roll. Let's party. I gotta wait again, just as always, for everybody to tune in. Today we're talking about social media. So I'm a little bit out of my rhythm because I'm like halfway through a show, but I'm starting over. All right, and I'm gonna delete this post. How you guys doing today? If you are on the show before, let's just pretend for a minute that it's a brand new show. Oh man, what a day. Jalapeno poppers for lunch, bam. Teriyaki steak for lunch. This is like the lunch hour show. What's good? Tristan, Amy, Monica, Josh. Today we're talking about social media strategy. Let's jump right back into it. Let me get a quick little start of the show. I just feel better when I do it right. So we're gonna do it right. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Live with Wolfman. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jacob Wolfman. You're watching Live with Wolfman, a show about the things that I'm interested in and the things you're interested in. Yesterday, we had a crazy episode where we talked about the NASCA Creative Division rules, and I went on a whole hour-long rampage talking about why the rules don't make sense, why they're broken, why it's confusing to everybody, why certain tricks are not allowed. Actually, not why. I questioned why certain tricks weren't allowed. Super interesting episode yesterday. One of the most popular ones I ever did. So if you haven't seen it, go watch the replay. You can go on my personal newsfeed. Just scroll down a little bit. You can watch that. Anybody that competes in the creative division, you really, really should listen to that one. Today we're talking about social media strategy. Just to give you a backstory, a little while ago, when I started to get the show up and running, Facebook was giving me a hard time. I couldn't get anything to load right. It was just straight up dumb. I was angry. So what I'm doing today is I'm taking your guys' Instagram accounts and I'm popping them up, and we're just reviewing them. So let's get back into it. We're kind of restarting the show a little bit now that I got my life in order. Right now we're watching one Instagram account. His name is Mike Core, and his Instagram handle is Mike Core Circus. So I'm going to do a quick little peek at Mike's stuff. So everybody ready? Let's do this. All right. So here's Mike's Instagram channel. Now, like I said, what I like here, his Instagram username is very easy to recognize. And so that just tells the story. So when you are building your Instagram account, look at your Instagram name. If it's like XX underscore karate 4291 underscore XW, all right, it's got the word karate in it, but it's really confusing. It's hard to tell people what it is. Make your Instagram account very easy to understand. Bonus points if your Instagram account is the exact same as your YouTube and your Facebook and your Twitter and your Pinterest and your Snapchat and your website and your if they're all the same, that's not always the easiest thing to do, but that is the goal. All right, so here we go. Let's check out Mike Core. Mike Core Circus, acrobat, and we're looking at the next line here. Acrobat and multi-skilled circus performer based in London. All right, there it is. I know exactly who you are, Mike Core, and the first thing I'm going to suggest for you to change is your name. It says Mike Core Circus. I already get that's your Instagram name. You don't need to repeat it as your other name here, your display name. So at this point, I would either say Mike Core, just Mike space Core, so people know your name is Mike Core. But I think that's obvious based off of the Instagram handle name. So I might even just put like a tagline. I might say like, I live to perform or something, or life is a circus, or just think of some like creative little tagline there to use that space a little bit better, because that space in this upper area of your profile is very important. There's not much space there. You also have a website. Aaron, I reviewed Aaron Smith's channel in the last episode. Aaron, hopefully you were paying attention, but I missed your website. So Mike, let's check out your site really fast. So everybody should have a URL in their Instagram pointing somewhere so that people can find further information about them. So if you don't own a website, then maybe it's your YouTube channel, or if you don't have that, it's your Facebook channel. Just something that tells people more about you. All right, great. Mike's got a really clean website. Awesome. He is a professional. All right, so he's not just like the average person that's looking to, live their life or whatever. Like, he's taking his passion in life as a circus performer very seriously. So you can tell that he's got workshops, he's got services. So here's what he can do. He can do looks like street performances. He can do shows, different types of acts. We could talk about his website, like say have a whole other episode about how to have a good website. But it's very clear that this guy is for hire. He is the real deal. He's professional. And when you reach out to him, he's gonna make your life better as a circus performer. So with that, Mike, here's my critique. I would really like to see your Instagram channel reflect the professionalism that I see here on your website. Website's very clean. Look at this amazing photo here. Look at this. Is a great, this is wonderful. This is a wonderful photo right here. It's wonderful. That's why it's right there on the front page of your website. So I would focus on only posting your absolute best photos. You don't have to post as often, but post your good stuff. It's one strategy to go. Another strategy you might want to go is actually showing lots of clips of examples of you in the circus. So you do that here. This first one, so it's an okay picture. I'm not going to be too critical about every single post, but I would like to see more pictures like this. So let's take a look at the likes. You can always just scroll over everybody's pictures and see what's working. So this one here, 174, is much higher than some of these. This one's 87. Let me just take a pic. 170, 187. So as you can see, and you can do this, everybody can do this on their profile, you can look at your pictures, see what's getting the most likes, and then make more pictures like that. So this is obviously, not every day he gets to have a professional photo shoot. So here's a professional photo shoot image. But if you were able to get more of those things, or maybe you have a lot more from that day, kind of sprinkle them out and kind of post them up periodically, because people definitely dig these kinds of images. And then as far as like your circus performing acts, what's going on here? Some sort of award show and some crazy stuff. But cool. Like, Mike, you're doing a lot of great stuff. The next thing I would do for you, besides just clean up your feed a little bit so that it's like as clean and as professional and as good looking as possible. You want your images to be well lit. You want that same professionalism on your website to be carried out on your Instagram channel, in my personal opinion. I think that's your best route to go. I would also start networking. I would start finding other people that have professional Instagram accounts. Maybe they're also in the circus, or they're trickers, or they're martial artists, or they're like one of those avenues that you're interested in. Collaborate. Be in their Instagram channel. They will be in yours, and you guys can cross-pollinate, and their followers can follow you, you can follow them, and that's your next big step to growing your channel and getting more people interested in your stuff. You have a lot of potential. I'd also look at Juji Mufu. Juji Mufu is not a circus guy, but he is a performer on some degree, and he's got a crazy image about him. He makes a big impact on the world, and everybody remembers him for who he is. He just has I'm not saying you have to be insane like Juji. But every single post he does, he's just a nutcase. All right, these guys are nuts. So if I go through Juji's page here, I get it. All of his posts are the same of him being a nutcase. He does crazy weightlifting, and he's crazy about it, and occasionally he'll do some flips. So you might want to do something similar. All right, so I'm going to keep going here. Wait, who's watching today? Esther, hey. Rashad, I don't know if I said hey yet. What's going on, guys? What's up, Guatemala? All right, so let's review some more social media accounts. If you want your account to be on today's show, feel free to just drop in some links in the comments here. I got a lot of comments from earlier in the day, people that wanted to see their stuff up on this show, and they wanted a little bit of a critique. I see Justin Shermaine here, and he's got, it looks, based off of what I see, it looks like it might be a martial arts account, like a school, Bayou Boys Karate, so let's check that out. The link you sent me did not work. I'm sorry, buddy. Maybe you misspelt it, so we might have to move on from you. Make sure you guys spell your Instagram names correctly. Otherwise, well, that link doesn't work. Let's try a different one. All right, let's do. Oh, here's a martial arts one. Instagram.com/superdojo. Josh Hayworth. I know Josh, you're in here, so you'll be able to get some benefit, I hope. So we're gonna do a little free plug for Josh Hayworth. He has a martial arts school in the East Coast. I see him on social media all the time. He definitely sees the value of social media, so that's cool. So let's start off what we got going on here. First things first, his Instagram handle, Super Dojo, super good. It's a great Instagram handle. It's 2 words that everybody knows how to spell. Instantly gives you a visual of like what's going on here. Okay, we got like a superhero themed martial arts school. Like it's cool. That means it's for kids. It means it's fun. That's amazing. That's a really good, solid name. Easily remember it. Easy to tell people. All right, it's cool. So the next thing on here is you've got your name here. Now this is something that I would look at updating. You already say Super Dojo as your Instagram handle, and then the next line is Super Dojo again. So what I recommend is maybe instead of saying Super Dojo here, because you already have that, maybe do something else. Maybe say the name of your city or the tagline of your school, or something else that further helps people understand who you are, because I already know you're Super Dojo. If you had an Instagram handle name that wasn't Super Dojo and it had to be something else, then I would have Super Dojo here. But you don't need it twice. So that's something you might want to consider. All right, so then your tagline is community is everything. Now, before I go on, I just want to point out, like, notice how much time I'm putting into the biography, because I'm approaching this as a new viewer to your channel. The goal here with all these tips is to get more people to follow you. So you always have to put your mindset of somebody that's visiting the account for the first time. So they're going to read through these same things and figure out whether or not they're going to follow your account. Community is everything. We support each other to create the next generation of heroes. Check out our FB page. And then your FB page is facebook.com/superdojo martial arts. Now, I would maybe consider in the description saying something about being a martial arts school, although I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, if I look instantly, I see you guys are at a karate school and stuff, so it might not be necessary. I see in the URL, facebook.com/superdojo martial arts. Cool. And you start off with with like what's most important to you. Community is everything. We support each other to create the next generation of heroes. Check out our FB page. And then this right here when it says check out our FB page, for those of you that are kind of new to marketing, and we really are talking about marketing, That's called a CTA, a call to action. So he's asking people to take an action and click the link. He wants people to follow on Instagram, and he also wants you to follow on Facebook. So that's good. You always want to figure out what's the next step. What's your CTA? If you are a circus performer, your CTA, your call to action is to get people to go to your website. Okay, for example. All right, so let's check out what we got going on here. It's a lot of pictures and videos happening at the martial arts school. I like this picture here because it's a good photograph that's relatable. Even if you're not in martial arts, it's just two kids with pumpkins, and it gives me an emotion of like, that's fun and cute and happy. Let me see this picture right here, I'm not even going to click it, but I don't really like it because it's just the people's backs, okay? And that doesn't, as a human being that is attracted to reading people's faces and understanding story through looking at faces, I can't get much information if I look at your backside. So that's something you might want to consider, everybody, when you always want to make sure that a face, if you're going to photograph somebody, you probably want to show their face because that's going to be the most telling story. Exceptions to that is if somebody is doing some sort of amazing movement that requires like their whole body and the story is within the positioning of their body, like they're doing a flash kick or they're doing a side kick or something, and like maybe the face is less important in that regard. But on the plus side of this image here, there's a reason why it was posted. It explains that these two were practicing a form and somebody needed a little bit of help, and then the teammate came through and helped. All right, awesome, great. So Josh, what I would do next time I want to tell this story is, yeah, you got a photo of them technically doing the thing that you're proud of, but I might actually stage it next time. Maybe you can't get a picture, like the best angle of them actually working out side by side, but you can just say, hey guys, put your arms around each other, and like, let me just take a good picture with you smiling at the camera naturally. Then you can tell the same exact story. And then whether or not you read the description, the photo looks nice. Does that make sense? So we always want to make sure every photo tells a story. The image tells a story on its own without the description, because most people aren't going to read the description. They're only going to look at the picture. Let's keep looking through here. Oh, you guys are already hard on the Oktoberfest going on. You got pumpkins and stuff. All right, so now this is one thing that I don't think is a good idea. You do not want to advertise in your Facebook or in your Instagram channel. And here's why. Let's look at this picture right here. And it has 29 likes, which is a high number for your channel. Now this one here, 5 likes. Now why does this one have 5 likes and this one has 29? There's 2 reasons. One, because you're advertising to people, and people don't want to be advertised to on Instagram. And 2, because Instagram works as an algorithm, basically what happens is that if your photo gets likes, then more people that follow your channel will see your post, and then it gets more likes and more likes and more likes. If your photo, they sprinkle it out and they show a couple people, if nobody's engaging with it, then that's a sign to Instagram that your picture isn't very good, nobody sees it, and so nobody sees it. And it has like this very viral effect. It either goes nowhere or it goes somewhere, okay? So if you're doing something that isn't engaging people to click like, then it's not going to go anywhere. Now let me check. Okay. So if you are going to do some sort of promotional thing here, in this case, you have to understand that nobody's going to click like on this because they don't care. There's no reason for them to click like. It's not a pretty picture, but you do have a reason for it. So what I would do instead is I would do a prize or a giveaway or a contest, and I would say in the description, tag a friend or double tap and tag a friend in order to enter in for a free private lesson this week, or whatever prize you want to give. That way people are going to click like, and they are going to get people to leave comments and stuff, and then that picture of your Facebook and all that stuff, that does get populated in other people's feeds, and then the image gets seen. So you really got to hardcore push if you want people to engage with stuff that isn't very pretty. All right, so there's just a couple tips for you. Josh he's a pioneer, and like I see him all the time on social media, doing good stuff. So I'll just leave that as it is. I know there's more people that want to get some tips and advice. Hey Carlos, how you doing, man? Wes, let's check out one more here. Sarah Sharp says, if it's social media related, I'm here. Yo. All right, let's check back in with the links here. All right. Yeah, let's do Anthony DeMore. So far we did a circus performer. We did Aaron, but that was in the other live stream earlier. And we did a school. So let's just do a straight up dude, martial arts athlete, who's also a very high level competitor. What? I'm getting taken to an ad. What is this? That was weird. All right. So Anthony DeMore is a double bow staff competitor. He has 490 followers. His Instagram is his name. Nice and easy to say, easy to remember. Little tricky on the spelling, but not. And most people can figure that out. So that's great. And then it says his name again, and then the team he's on, his sponsor, the fact that he's a world champion, and all the other things. He's a coach, he's a martial artist, and he's a Canadian athlete. Pretty decent use of your bio description. One thing I would change here in the intro is I would have a better profile image here. It's nearly all black, and you just stole it from sportmartialarts.com. It's hard to tell who that is. That could be anybody because it's just such a dark image. So I would find a better image it's pretty much just your face. Maybe you're wearing a uniform or not, but I want to see your face. I want to know who you are. So for everybody that's trying to upgrade their Instagram channels, maybe consider looking at that profile picture, and is it your face or is it the logo of your school? So something you might want to consider. So it looks like, now one thing I like what I'm seeing here, for the most part, well, at least these last posts, and it kind of changes. But for the most part, what he's showing is video clips. It's just video clips of him training. And consistency is good. I'll just let this play while I talk. I'm just interested to see what's going on here. This guy is a double bow staff wizard. Okay, cool. I have to stop, otherwise I'll just watch it on replay all day and I'll get distracted. But consistency is super important, okay? Which, as a human being, as a creative person, I hate being consistent. I always like switching it up. But as a business and as a brand, consistency is very important. So when people follow you, if I'm going to follow you today, I'm expecting, based off the last 9 images that I see, that I'm going to see pictures of you training. I'm going to see double bow staff and tricking or whatever the stuff is, your martial arts stuff. I expect just videos of you training. If you start posting pictures of you hanging out with your family, or you start posting pictures of you at the high school dance, or I don't even know how old you are. I'm going to assume you're in high school still. High school dance, that's not why I followed you. So always think about the people that are following you and what they want. And if you're giving them a certain product, they're going to expect a certain product. You go to Starbucks and you order a pumpkin spice latte, you expect a pumpkin spice latte. You came for that product, and that's what you expect. And that's kind of how the world works a little bit. So on Instagram, it's the same thing. You have your style and the way you want, the images you want, whether it's all videos or it's all selfies or it's all this or it's all that. All your pictures are blue. All your pictures are in black and white. All have a frame. There's something coherent about all of them. Then every photo after that has to also follow that same pattern so that people get what they're kind of expecting. But at the same time, once you have those confines of how all your images or how all your media is the same, once you are in those rules, then you can be creative within that set, and you can do things like have crazy combos and stuff. Cool. So any other changes I recommend here, Anthony, the top thing I recommend for you is that you really focus at tournaments because that's your golden time and you really want to collaborate with others. Because I know you travel a lot to these tournaments and you should take better, you should like right here at US Open, you should be more involved with the community of the martial arts community. So find like Reed Presley or find Rashad or find somebody else that does double bow staff, and you guys that are trying to grow your social media accounts, take some time and maybe do a team double bow staff combo out in the grass or something, or like on a side ring, or just a picture of the two of you, and like you got your two bow staffs, you two double bows, and someone else has two double bows, and then you each post that photo. Their followers will follow you, your followers will follow them, and you want to trade your followers with other people by networking with other people. It doesn't just have to be double bow staff people. It's just what came to the top of my head. But you want to continue to like collaborate with other people and steal their followers. And by doing that, like by showing off those people on your account, you trade back and forth. All right, so that's enough of Anthony. If you guys have any other you want to be critiqued today we're talking about social media strategy, and I'm pulling up your social media accounts and taking a peek at them. I'd like to look at somebody's Facebook page because I think we've done a pretty decent job today. Let's try to keep it mixed up here, and we've been focusing just on Instagram. So I'm actually going to switch gears. I think this looks like a Facebook page. Good. Okay, so we're gonna go on the Facebook page. Instagram is the place to be, in my opinion. But Facebook is vitally important. So we're going to look at a martial arts school. It's called SCS Martial Arts and Fitness, and it's posted by Chrissy, who is a frequent viewer of the show. So Chrissy, thank you for tuning in all the time. Hopefully I can help you out right now, and we can take a look. All right, so immediately, the name is SCS Martial Arts and Fitness. I don't know what SCS stands for. Daphne, Alabama. I just don't know. Nowhere does it really. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what it is. It's not a big concern to me yet. But it does say in your Facebook page name that you are martial arts and fitness, so it's very clear right away what this page is. Great. And now the first image is you guys kicking butt in some sort of demonstration as your cover photo. Great. I get it. Now your logo, I gotta take issue with the logo here. What is going on here? Okay, so your logo needs to be fixed right away because first off, the design, it breaks every design rule, and I'm sad. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 fonts, 3 colors, and it's cropped. You can't even see it. It's not even a full-size image. I'm not sure what's going on there with the profile. So what I would do is I would either just have that SCS Martial Arts and Fitness and make it big, fill that whole square up so it's just bam, and maybe that red, I don't know what language that is, Japanese, I'm going to guess, had that maybe in the background a little bit. But I want it to be more noticeable. Think Nike. Would Nike ever have a profile picture like that with like 4 fonts and like a bunch of... No. They have the swoosh. So you want to do something similar, right? You just want to have like a very iconic profile picture because most of the people are going to see your profile picture. They're going to see that as that little bubble every time you leave a comment or you make a post. So it's got to have something very simplistic and easy to understand there. That's not a place to advertise. If you want to say United We Stand, it looks like it's your tagline. You can put that other places. You can have that as your hashtag or something. All right, so let's keep scrolling on here. I'm going to look over in this section here because you're a martial arts school. I'm going to look for reviews right away, and I see you have a 4.9 rating, so awesome. You got reviews. I don't know what those reviews particularly are. I don't really care right now, but 4.9, it's awesome. Good, you're taking advantage of the fact that people review. Now, one thing, come on, buddy. All right. One thing I might want to look at is making a more attractive and professional cover photo. Now, I know that this is cool because it's your kids at your school and they're doing something impressive, but the photo itself is very bad. It looks like it was taken with a really cheap, bad cell phone. There's not a lot of lighting. You can't see the faces very well. It's super grainy and super unprofessional. So I would get a professional photograph there. If you're going to do some sort of big event like this and you want to use it as your cover photo, I would get someone with a professional camera to take a photo for you. Otherwise, I know that you guys right here, I can tell that you guys are involved with Hyper. Hyper has a bunch of fantastic Facebook profiles that you can use those. They're professionally made. You do something like that. But I'd have a more professional image. As a martial arts school, you want to make sure that you're comparing yourself to the fitness center down the street and to the gymnastics center and the yoga center and everything else, not just what other martial arts schools are doing. And you want to make sure that you look just as professional as everyone else as far as like a business standpoint, because you have yet to develop a relationship with anybody, so your first impression is going to make a big difference. So have that cover photo be something very clean and like, yeah, this is a legitimate business and they don't mess around. I question how legitimate you are because the picture is not very good. If I was a dentist's office, would I ever have a picture like obviously not in karate, they wouldn't be in karate, but would I have a bunch of like a low quality cell phone picture of people smiling? No, I would have a very nice photograph of people smiling. So update that. This is a cool picture though. It's something you can put on your Facebook as one of your posts. Let's see what else we got here. So Facebook, the way the fan pages are laid out these days is kind of weird. So I'm just taking a peek here. You posted 17 hours ago. Okay, awesome. Or 3 hours ago, you posted this, and it's just like kids working out. Awesome. It's super easy video, and it shows what's going on in your school. It shows that you got a nice big school. I see a bunch of instructors that are managing the floor. I see all these kids working out, having a good time, exercising. If I was a parent, this is a very clean, easy video. It's not fully polished and produced. It's just a raw thing. I'm cool with that. Awesome. It's simple to do. Now we got another picture here, or some sort of slideshow, and you're talking about, you're telling another story through media. Awesome job. Keep it up. That's great. Be careful of the font. Look at how many fonts you guys got here. You got one, there's a font, and then what else? I'm going to count the fonts in this post. That was one font, and then, okay, that's the same font. 2 fonts, 3 fonts, 4 fonts. So you have 4 fonts in one thing. I would try to reduce that. It's too many fonts. It sends off a sign of unprofessionalism and not understanding basic graphics, which I don't expect you to. You're a martial arts school, not a graphics outlet. But that's why we're doing this today, because we're educating everybody about the importance of image and social media and stuff like that. Let's see. Any guys got any comments? Roxanne, my kids tell me all the kids are on Instagram and only old people are on Facebook. So I guess I should address that, the difference between Facebook and Instagram. First thing I want to address is the fact that everything is always changing on the internet. The second thing I want to address is they call it the grandparent effect or the parent effect, where eventually the parents and the grandparents jump on the platform the kids are on because they want to see their kids, and then the kids are like, this isn't cool, we're out. Or the kids get a little bit older, and then the next generation comes in and goes like, nah, I want my own thing. Which is why it started with Facebook, and then they all jump ship to Instagram, then they jump ship to Snapchat, and now you don't see the kids on Facebook anymore. The thing is that Facebook has been such an embedded core part of the internet in the past 12 years that it's not going anywhere. And whether you're a kid or not, you got to have a Facebook presence. Maybe you don't got to post every day, but you got to have it. if for anything, because on Instagram you should probably have a business profile if you're trying to build a personal brand, and you can't have a business profile on Instagram unless you have a fan page on Facebook first. So it kind of works like that. Now, I hear it all the time, and myself included. Sometimes I go, "What's the point of Instagram?" I'll tell you this: Instagram, a lot of what goes on is in the direct messages. It's with the kids talking to each other privately. It's more of communicating. It's more personal than you realize. When you leave a comment on somebody's profile, typically, unless you're just playing some sort of weird game like this follow for follow game, you're trying to actually build a relationship with these people. And you try harder to post good stuff on Instagram because Instagram wants you to post good stuff. When you go on Facebook, it's full of politics, fake news, it's full of ugliness, it's full of garbage and random whatever, clickbait here, left and right. It's a frustrating thing to visit. It's not always fun. It's just gross sometimes. But it is what it is. So whether or not, maybe you don't have to go on both social platforms and waste your day spending all the time in the world on them, but you should be present there and just like you're watering a plant. Just water the plant and then move on. Make your post, click your likes, and move on with their day. You don't have to get too caught up in these philosophical, like, I don't get it, and kids these days and all this stuff. The fact is that Instagram's way more engaging. Per every person that follows you, you get way more people to like and participate in your photos. So it's awesome to be on Instagram. But Facebook's also, it's clutch. Like, you got to be on. You got to be there. All right. Let's see what else you got. Sarah says that her tip is don't follow too many people. And if you're following, showing love to doesn't mean follow back. Unfollow them. What? Let me read it again. Showing love to doesn't follow back. Unfollow them. So if you're saying if you like a photo and that person doesn't follow you back, you should unfollow them. I don't know. I mean, you're getting into like some sort of like kind of these nitty gritty like social media like strategies. I would ask the people first to just think a little bit more like a human being. And not so much worrying about like the clicking method of like click this and follow this and unfollow this and you're going to get a lot further ahead in the game if you are trying to actually build relationships with people. So if you follow somebody that doesn't follow you back and you're participating on their stuff, maybe you just need to be a little bit more thoughtful with your comments so that they notice you and that they hit reply. If they post a picture and you write like a very sincere, really great, awesome comment that like touches them and it makes them want to say something back, well, now they've just taken interest in you. They're going to remember you, and maybe they don't follow you right away, but you do it again and again, and suddenly like all of a sudden you guys are buddies online. You became friends, and now you've established that relationship, and now from there maybe you can have an opportunity someday to collaborate, so that's kind of how that's a better approach than always worrying about how many likes for everything and how many follows and unfollows and all that stuff. There's a basic strategy out there that actually says that you should follow like crazy and not worry about it. But there's other philosophies that say that you should have less people. You're perceived as cooler if more people follow you than you follow others. I don't know about all that stuff. I think what's more important is just to really build relationships with people. Find people at the same like kind of level as you of engagement. So if you're getting like 100 likes per post and you see another person that gets 100 likes per post, go be their friend, and if they like you, you guys collaborate, and all of a sudden now each of you are getting 200 likes per post. All right. Thank you, Phil. He says, great info, Jacob Wolfman. Carlos says, do me. Carlos, sure, but can you just link me up? I don't want to like guess. I don't remember everybody's Instagram, so link it up. In the meantime, we're gonna go back to. Let's do one more Facebook, because I do think it's important to get Facebook down. Everybody's giving me their Instagram account. Oh, cool. I like this one so now we're gonna jump into an athlete page. So before I showed you a martial arts school fan page, now we're gonna look at an athlete page. This is Lucas the Tiger Glover. All right, he's got his He has badass lightning bolt and shield and all these crazy logos in the background. Blue belt. He's a little badass kid. Look at that hairdo. You don't want to mess with this guy. His profile picture is him with all his trophies. Awesome. All right, so I get it right away. I'm looking at his profile. I'm like, I get who this kid is. This is a little martial arts badass. I can tell by the hairstyle. I can tell by the trophies. I can tell by just, it's awesome. Great. Cool. His Facebook URL up here is facebook.com/Lucas the Tiger. Sweet. Perfect. So what I really like that because now I can say, hey, yeah, I'm facebook.com/Lucas the Tiger. Someday if I get, 1 million people to follow me, I can print out business cards if that's still a thing in the future, and it'll say facebook.com/Lucas the Tiger. It's super easy to find me on the internet because it's a very easy name. I'm interested. I'm going to do a little test on you. Pop quiz here. Let's see if you pass. Oh, you do not pass. So I don't know, Lucas, if you guys have an Instagram account. Definitely, if you don't yet, jump on it right away. You need to have an Instagram account associated with this this fan page. Definitely. Like, don't wait another minute. Do it. And if you can, it looks like it's still available because there's nothing here. You want to have Instagram.com/Lucas the Tiger, the same as your Facebook. So that you can, find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lucas the Tiger, Instagram.com/Lucas the Tiger. Go ahead and grab Twitter. I know Twitter's dead. Just grab it. If Lucas the Tiger is available, twitter.com/Lucas the Tiger, grab it today before someone in this chat does, and then they hold it at ransom. Nobody would do that, but you want to take ownership. You want to claim these things, even if you don't use them. You kind of want to like squat on them and keep them for yourself, so that one day, if you do choose to use those social media outlets, you have them. All right, let's take a look back at your Facebook page and see what else you got going on here. So it says he's an athlete in Portland, Missouri. Great. It looks like you have 75 people that like this page. That's a very low number. And that's not to discredit who you are, Lucas, but you obviously want more than that. So I would definitely focus on raising your follower count up. And I would do it through the first two steps. The first step is there's the invite button right here, invite friends. You're going to click that, and you're literally going to go through and find everybody in your Facebook page. I'm assuming that dad is running the account or mom's running the account, and I'm assuming you have more than 75 friends. It looks like you can now include a note. Sweet. Lucas is an awesome upcoming martial arts athlete. Please follow his new fan page, and we look forward to sharing some awesome stories with you. All right, I don't know, whatever your message is, okay? And then I would just go through and click invite. I'm going to invite Jared. Jared got an invite. Okay. And then, so I would do that. I would just do that with everybody. Oh, invite in Messenger. This is a new feature. So Jeannie's typically on the show, so I'm going to click invite here. All right, and close. All right, so I just invited them. So once I've gone through and I've invited everybody I can possibly think of to invite, I would find my closest friends that I could rely on, maybe their relatives or something, and I would ask them to do the same thing. Go through and click invite and get people to follow that page. And it's a lot of manual labor. I don't know if you guys are football fans, but when I like to do this monotonous stuff, I do it during Packer games. I'll sit down on a Sunday, have my laptop out in between plays or even during plays. I'm just like, invite, like, blah, 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 and just do that forever and grow it that way. So get the level up of people that are following you so that it's more fun. More people are participating in your stuff. Let's see what kind of pictures you got going on here. Oh, man, he's just a little dude. Awesome. Looks like he's maybe like 5 or 6 years old, blue belt. That's fun. Okay, so, 5 or 6 years old, just have fun, man. Just have fun with it. Don't even worry about it. You're 5, you're 6 years old. You don't need to worry about anything right now. But it is a good training ground to learn about how to be better with social media and how to grow and stuff. And you got a lot of time to get to where you want to be. And other thing I would think about, and this applies to everybody, is figure out your goals. What do you want? Are you looking for sponsorships? Are you looking for to book seminars? Are you looking to sell some sort of product, launch a brand? I don't know what it is, but think about what that end goal is, and then write the reverse steps. Like, I want to book seminars. Okay, so I'm getting in my frame. There's my goal. I want to book seminars, but I'm 6 years old and I'm a blue belt. So first, before I can book a seminar, I gotta be a black belt, or well, I should probably be a little bit older, so maybe 12. Okay, so I gotta get to 12 years old. I also got to be a black belt, so I got to be a black belt. I got to win, a black or a world championship or something. So kind of backtrack all the steps it takes to get to the level of where you can book seminars, and then make those as your goals and work your way up the ladder. And so social media will help you along the way while you progress up those steps. But just know where your vision is, know what you're trying to do, and you can change your mind because it's life, right? But that's what you want to do. So that applies to everybody for everything forever. Even if once you achieve your dreams, you got new dreams. Sarah says that every single person we follow, we like and comment on, but if people don't reciprocate or engage, then yes, we unfollow them after a while. That's cool. I mean, whatever. Like, they're not real, and you want to build real relationships with people, why bother? If the content isn't interesting to you, do it. Alex Stigman says Skullvikes. I don't know what that means. Is that a person's name? Link me your actual Instagram or your social media accounts, then I can do it properly. So for those of you that tune in and out of the live stream, we're talking about social media strategies. I'm going to load up another one right here. Feel free to tell me your Instagram or your Facebook name and drop it in the comments. Carlos requested he wants to get a little review, so we're going to check him out. Carlos Gonzalez. Oh, come on, buddy. That's ridiculous. All right, that's funny. You're funny. All right, so clearly Carlos has got it going on because his first picture is me. Oh, I'm God. Okay, that's just stupid. All right, that's funny. So Carlos has been featured on the show before, and he's an awesome double bow staff guy, one of the originals. He was doing it before a lot of your most popular double bow staff guy was doing it. Carlos was there first. All right, so let's check out Carlos. All right, first thing it says Carlos FLSC. I have yet to figure out what that means. Is that Florida? I don't know what FLSC means. Doesn't really matter. And then first thing he has is his first and last name, Carlos Gonzalez. Good, because Carlos Gonzalez isn't in your Instagram name, so it has to be somewhere. So I'm glad it's there. Good. All right, first emoji is a race car. So Nismo 370Z, it sounds like a car. Lotus, car. Okay, so he's listing out cars he's interested in. Then karate and cheeseburgers. Double bow staff is my life. Facebook, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so he's into cars, he's into karate, cheeseburgers, and double bow. All right, cool. He's listed his interests. Now, one thing, Carlos, easy, quick, super obvious fix you got to do here, buddy, right away, is this is not a clickable link. You put your Facebook link in your description. It needs to be its own clickable link, right? So, like, I'll just show you Hyper's account. If you go in the bio settings of your profile, you can make a clickable link at the end of your profile. So make sure that you fix that. And also it says m.facebook.com. Get rid of that m. Doesn't need to be there. Okay? Just don't worry about it. Now, what is interesting here is that your Facebook is facebook.com/Carlos Martial Arts. So let me check that out. Okay, and this links to your personal profile. Cool. I would think about what is the point of this Instagram channel. What are you trying to get out of it? And I think it's cool that you listed your interests. You're interested in cool cars, karate, cheeseburgers. I'm assuming. Do you really post about cheeseburgers? I don't think you do, but it's cool. It's just sense of humor, whatever. Karate, cheeseburgers, and double bow is my life. I might actually lead. I might have, say, Carlos Gonzalez, double bow is my life. That's if that is your life, that's the first and most important thing people are going to find on your channel. Then I would have that as the first thing it says, and then I would say, cars and cheeseburgers or something. But otherwise, it's great. Oh, and then it also says coach and teacher. So I would actually go double bow staff is my life, and the next one I'd say is coach and teacher. That way, people know that you are kind of available for hire, right? Just a little tip there. Okay, so let's take a look at your stuff. Let's ignore this this picture here, but let's take a look at what you got going on. All right, so okay, martial arts, USA, cool picture. Okay, you're doing a martial arts video or a form at Diamonds. Another cool picture where you're with friends. So Carlos, what I would do here is I would tag all these people and I would recognize them in your post description so that people can follow them. And that doesn't mean they're going to unfollow you just because they followed them, but they're going to all appreciate the fact that you did that. And then maybe in return, they'll do the same thing for you. And then their followers will follow you, vice versa. You got to give before you get. So give them recognition, give them some tags, and then maybe they'll tag, a picture of you. They might even put the same picture on their Instagram. Who knows? And then their followers will follow you. So that's a great way to network. Then we got some car stuff. We got some hyper stuff. Yeah. I remember this one. We did a repost on this one. This is a cool, double bow staff with cars. This just epitomizes the channel. He's doing both. He's got these crazy cars, and he's doing what he does, double bow staff. So that's a good way to brand yourself. It's very clear here that you're interested. You love cars. You love double bow staff, and that's awesome. Keep it up. It looks good. What's some other little advice I can give you? I'm not sure what this picture is. This one stands out to me. Today is National Girlfriend Day. I'm just so happy someone like this can be in my life. Wonderful. All right, so that's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that it's your girlfriend. You want to post up your girlfriend. I'm not gonna say anything. But I will say from a branding standpoint, I would consider how much of your profile is just is it just for fun? Is it just something that's just you and you don't really want to you're not as focused about growth and stuff? Or is this something that you want to take really seriously and you really want to really grow your growth and really pay attention to what your followers' needs are above your own needs? So if that's the case, then you really want to be very critical about everything you post so that it helps the people that follow you. That's the key there. And I've said this before on the show several times. I'm going to say it again. You want to have something that gives people a reason to follow you. Okay? And the other thing you can do is take a look, Carlos, and everybody can do this on your profile. Just kind of look at how many likes your stuff is getting. All right? Dang. Okay, so this picture right here, 5,209 likes. Now, sorry, dude, I gotta be real. I don't know jack about cars. I know that's a nice car. Was that Batman's car? It's crazy. I don't know. That's not a Prius. But this is your most well-liked photo. Figure out exactly why this photo got 5,000 freaking likes. I think why it got 5,000 likes is because it is a crazy nice car. So yes, that's going to get you a lot of likes. But other than that, it's got it's well lit. It's taken at a very good angle. And your shirt, your whole outfit actually matches the car, so it has like this aesthetic cohesion together. So maybe the next time you're around some sort of really nice car, I noticed you got a lot of engagement on this one too, where you buy a really nice car doing double bow. Maybe you might want to stick with that. Maybe find more opportunities to do double bow staff stuff next to cars. You could be that guy. You could be the guy that does double bow staff in front of crazy cars. And then you're going to get the crazy car enthusiasts to follow you, and you're going to get the martial arts enthusiasts to follow you. You have two different worlds coming together, and every post you're providing some sort of crazy car double bow thing. Not every post, but a lot of them. Your profile could excel because there's no one else in the planet that is like you, and that really defines you, and it's cool. All right, so what do you guys got? Chrissy says she fixed her pick, so we're gonna check out SC Martial Arts. Check that out one more time while we're live on the show. Okay, much better. It's not cropped anymore, and when I click on it, it fills the whole image. Good, much better. Good job, Chrissy. Now this clearly is your whole school logo, and so that's a tough thing to change. But if I'm just being honest, it's not a good logo. It's not. There's too much going on. And I know it's already on your shirts, and it's like you have like a emotional attachment to it, and it's like me insulting your children. But it's just a logo, so hopefully you're not taking it that far. But I don't like it. You have too much, like this calligraphy font thing here is different than this font, which is different than this font, different than this font, different than this font. You have stuff going here and then over here. You have these stars. Maybe these stars signify something, or maybe they're just from Microsoft Word art and you post them in here. Maybe United We Stand is just like some sort of temporary tagline within your school. I don't know. But again, go back to McDonald's, go back to Nike, go back to Gatorade, go back to the biggest brands in the world, and notice how they have like an iconic image that can be drawn out. It doesn't even need words. Hyper has the H with the double ladders. Think about how can your school's logo be that iconic? And you might want to just invest a couple dollars to hire a real professional graphics artist to maybe come up with some ideas. You can also go to 99designs.com. This is not a paid plug, but go to 99designs.com. You can actually like hire bids, and people can like give you some really good options for your logo if you just give them direction. Just something to think about. But I'm really glad that you are offering for me to talk about your stuff here, because the things that I'm telling you about your martial arts school apply to almost every martial arts school. Martial arts schools they struggle big time with branding, and I can't blame them. You studied martial arts, so that was your passion. That's why you exist in this world. It's not to be a marketer. But I do think that upgrading your logo into something a little bit more visually simplistic and powerful is a good call. It might even be something like I said, just SCS Martial Arts and that big red, whatever that means. Something to think about. And then maybe this tagline of Krav Maga, Jiu-Jitsu, Hyper, United We Stand, maybe that's in the cover photo or something. All right. But anyhow, good job changing it in such a quick time during the show. That was awesome. Matt, props to you. So I think so Phil asked, we're gonna wrap up the show here because I've been going way too long. So I'm gonna answer a couple of your questions. Phil says, what are your thoughts on Fiverr.com? Fiverr.com is a website that y'all can check out at some point, where you can pay people pretty much anything you can think of for $5, whatever people are willing to do for $5, whether it's design or voice work or all kinds of stuff. Like you could get people to do cool stuff for $5. Now, when it comes to design work in particular, the thing I caution you on is it's like going to a small pond and trying to catch a muskie. Maybe there's a muskie in that pond, and maybe you're going to catch it, but most likely you're just going to catch a bunch of little crappy fish, So you get what you pay for typically. Yeah, maybe you can strike gold, and that Fiverr.com website's going to get you like an amazing, high-end, superb graphic. Probably not, though. They're probably not. And the other thing is like, unless you went to design school or you got a degree in communication, or, you might be qualified as a martial arts instructor, but you might not be qualified in design aesthetics and graphics and what looks good to the average consumer. And you might also be so ingrained in the martial arts world, and you're so used to being around crap designs that your standards are super low. And when you compare yourselves to other martial arts schools, instead of comparing your graphics to the competitors down the street with the multi-million-dollar budgets, then you get stuck in your bubble and you forget what the rest of the world considers to be good design. And Fiverr is not going to deliver you good design. You can maybe find like a quick little thing here and there. The Fiverr, like, it's $5, whatever. Go give it a shot. If it works for simple projects, maybe you need a little flyer made up that's only relevant for like a week or a month or something, and isn't going to like new clients. Cool. But I do understand the struggle of trying to constantly create new graphics and posters and designs and stuff when that's not your job. And there's a bunch of creative options out there for you, but we can save that for a whole other day. Carlos, you're welcome. So I think with that, we're gonna wrap up the live stream today. I want to thank everybody for paying attention. Today was weird because Facebook was down for half an hour, and I had to restart the show, and this is kind of off my rhythm a little bit. But if you guys watch the show up to this point, I have two things for you. First off, please, as always, hit the share button if you haven't hit it already. Leave a comment if you haven't said hello already. Even after you don't want to say anything, you just want to say hi and you just forgot to. Hi, what's up? Give a floating thumbs up right away. And then the other thing is October is Hyper, or well, not Hyper, but October is Bully Defense Month, and Hyper is doing a big movement, and we're looking for role models in the community. So if you are a martial artist, or you want to help us with the bully defense movement that we're involved with, just send me a private message, and I'm going to link you into what our project's all about, and we'll get rocking and rolling with that. I gave that announcement at the end of the show yesterday, and a couple of you guys have already taken action, and I really appreciate it. It's awesome. It feels good to be part of something cool. So if you guys want to be part of the Hyper Bully Defense movement for this month, just drop in a private message to me, even if you're watching the replay. It's cool. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to end today's episode. I hope you all have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace!